Yo, 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 we back. It's like Monday all over again. It's like Monday all over. We were just like deja vu, Dave. We back again. We back again. And so Dave, we gotta discuss this, man. We're gonna get right into it. We're gonna get right into it. We gotta discuss this Robby Anderson extension, 2-year deal. I think he had 20-some million guaranteed. And so we talked about it a little bit last night. Yeah, we got a kicker too. We'll talk about all that stuff. We'll talk about all this. Let's just roll with this stuff in order. So we got to start with Robby Anderson, Dave. So let's go ahead and jump into it. We knew it was coming. They said it is on the way. So Dave, when you saw the number pop up, what was your thoughts, man?
I thought about you saying it shouldn't be no more than $10 million a year.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I thought about you. I thought about you a bit. I was like, ooh, that's above that. That's above that range that Rashad wanted. So we're paying them in essence. It's ended up being a 3-year deal in essence, right? Because I think that because it was a $20 million guarantee, the guaranteed money gets split between the 3 years. But it's still above 10 million, even if you take that into account. So I mean, I get it. I think we have so many other holes. We could have been aggressive elsewhere, free agency versus paying him, but who am I? I'm just a fan with the show.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of where I stand. Listen. I know I said it. I said the number was high. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This isn't. Damn, Dave, you all right?
Nah, that was my mic. Nah, I'm fine. Did I fall? Damn. I didn't fall. That was a mic.
It sounded like you fell.
Dude, ain't a body moved.
Fam, mic. It sounded like it, but anyway, I lost my train of thought. You just
my bad.
No, you straight. But so what I'm saying is that I don't think this is egregious. Like, I'm not like mad at it. I'm not like pissed off. I just feel like, we have a roster that's there's so many question marks on our roster. We got question marks around the quarterback. You got question marks around the offensive line. You got question marks potentially in the safety area. You got question marks at linebacker. There's all these question marks. And you spend money on a wide receiver when you just drafted 2 wide receivers. You have Terrace Marshall, you have Shi Smith, and you also have DJ Moore playing on a 5th-year option next year. And you can franchise tag them too, so you can get away with that. Franchise tag ain't cheap. People throwing that around like that's some like just cheap thing that you're gonna you only franchise tag them and don't have to worry about. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You want to get these dudes extended. So you don't have to, take those big cap hits. The franchise tag is a big cap hit. Okay, that's not cheap. That's not cheap. So you want to make sure that those guys are extended. And so it's cool. So we go out, and you got to keep in mind, Robby Anderson was not under contract next year. So we started out with, at the beginning of the day today, we had $31 million in cap space in 2022. That now decreases to about $18 million in cap space in 2022. Okay, so this is why I was not on the fence. This is why I was not on board with extending Robby Anderson. I thought that we had more pressing needs, and we could use that money to go. Yeah, we got other places to go, man.
We got more.
But it don't even. But people keep bringing up DJ Moore, and it's not even about DJ Moore. Like, it's not even about him. It's because people keep saying, "Oh, well, it's not going to affect DJ Moore." I'm not. The deal is fine because it doesn't impact DJ Moore. Well, that's not all it impacts, right? The salary cap is based on the entire roster. You got other guys that need to get extended too. Guys like Jermaine Carter who could potentially ball out. Okay, people sleeping on Jermaine Carter who could get a nice little bag here. Guys like Dante Jackson, who I think is going to have a monster year this year. People gonna be like, "Oh, we ain't got enough money to sign Dante Jackson. We ain't got enough money because we signed Robby." I'm just trying to tell y'all before it happens. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I love Robby Anderson, bro. Y'all know I'm a Robby Anderson fan. Y'all know I rock with Robby.
There's a lot of I love Robby too. There's a lot of other factors too, right? The fact that we kicked the can down the road for Shaq.
That too.
That's gonna hurt. I mean, McCaffrey's cap hit, although I wasn't a fan of the deal, is not going to be nearly as bad as Shaq or Robby at this point. It's going to look like minor details by then. So, like, from that standpoint, I mean, we just have so many holes. To spend our money on that seems kind of wild to me. We just have holes that we need to fix. Like, we've been harping about this offensive line time and time again, and there wasn't enough of effort to fix that, but you're paying the wide receivers. But the wide receivers can't – there's no way the wide receiver can get open if the quarterback's on his ass. So –
yeah, but okay, so let me address a couple of these comments because I see a couple of them, all right? So this is accurate. If you really want a player, the cap can be worth. This is 100% true. I agree with you. But there is no need to – why? Why would you put yourself in a box when you don't have to? That's my point. You didn't have to. Robby Anderson was a complete luxury signing, okay? I don't think Robby Anderson was necessary next year in order for this team to be successful. I'm just be quite frank here. Wide receivers can be drafted every single year. I said this yesterday. You can find a wide receiver look at Michael Strawn, right? Michael Strawn, who we talked about, who straight up destroyed the Panthers in practice with the Colts. Like, that dude was drafted in the 7th round, 6'5" track star. Okay, you can find wide receivers. And I get it. Yes, this is Matt Rule taking care of his guy. Okay, D'Angelo Williams was also taken care of by Marty Hurney. Okay, that doesn't make it okay. I get that. I understand, and people keep throwing out. I understand the relationship between Matt Rule and Robby Anderson, but that does not make it okay. That doesn't
here's the
make
thing,
it okay.
man. Yep. Here's one thing I need to take into account here. The thing is, you can blame Hurney, and we said this yesterday. Well, Rashad did. We can blame Hurney, but the bottom line is, once Fitterer restructured that deal, he kicked that can down the road. So from that standpoint, so the Shaq contract now is on Fitterer because he didn't have to do that to his deal.
Yeah. And so here's another comment I want to address. It says there's no perfect way to do this. Can't keep everybody. Exactly my point. That's exactly my point. You can't keep everybody. And when you have such a deep roster at wide receiver, why keep a guy like that? And I love Robby. See, y'all making it seem like I hate Robby Anderson.
Like him. We love Robby.
I love Robby Anderson, bro. That's not what I want to do here. That's not what I love Robby Anderson, bro. I love Robby. But at the end of the day, I feel like we have more pressing needs. Okay, that's just my thing. You can't sit up here and complain about Sam Darnold getting killed. And truth be told, y'all want me to be honest. We couldn't go out and get an Orlando Brown because, oh yeah, big guy, big name, linemen don't come on the market very often. But so when they do come on market, you got to be prepared for them. So a guy that was traded for like Orlando Brown, we couldn't go get. Why? Because we were cap strapped. We couldn't go get Orlando Brown.
We probably weren't willing to give up the capital to go get him.
We had went out and signed all these dudes and couldn't go get them. You know what I'm saying? So there's some things out there we could have went. Like, for instance, there's a bunch of guys that hit free agency. A bunch of dudes that hit free agency, bro. A bunch of guys that we could have signed that I feel like this money could have been spent elsewhere and we could have upgraded our line. That's just my opinion. Again, I love Robby Anderson, bro. If Robby Anderson sees this, bro, I love Robby Anderson. Okay.
Orlando Brown was playing right tackle. He wanted to get traded because he wanted to go back to left tackle.
Yeah, he wanted to be a left tackle, something we don't have. So, again, not mad at the Robby Anderson. This is not an egregious, again, I agree. It's not an egregious, terrible thing. Like, all is not lost, okay? This is far better than the Shaq Thompson restructure, okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is far better than that. And see, and that's what we're doing. So that's what we're doing with that restructured money. That money we freed up is we're using that to sign a guy like Robby Anderson. We have like 20-something million in cap space. In fact, I feel like the restructure wasn't even necessary for Shaq Thompson. If we being completely honest, we got 20-something million in cap space right now. What are we doing with it?
Jerome, I don't agree there, man. I think we would have been fine. I mean, we would have had DJ. Would have gave Terrence Marshall more time. I think we might have possibly hit on two good wide receivers in the draft. That's my thing, man. It became a luxury. It wasn't necessarily a need. And once again,
So this let's be truthful about this. Let's be truthful about this. Robby Anderson put their feet to the fire. Robby Anderson pushed this. Robby Anderson made this deal happen. I don't think they wanted to get this done right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't.
You could just tell by the way it was rolling during mini camps and all the OTAs and how he was rolling during that time. Like if you just paid attention,
not necessarily the holdouts, but the not coming to camp. He was missing practices. Robby Anderson pushed this joint, and he put their feet to the fire.
He did it to perfection too.
He absolutely perfect. It was a perfectly executed I'm not gonna take the spotlight. I'm gonna show up, but not show up. I'm gonna make sure they hear me, but not, I'm not gonna take over the spotlight type thing. Well executed, perfectly executed by Robby Anderson. Robby Anderson put their feet to the fire with this, okay? Because that's just my opinion, and I have no facts to this. It's just connecting the dots.
Yeah. We're just connecting this point. Like, think about the draft. We drafted 2 wide receivers for a reason. It wasn't an accident. I think trading Robby was absolutely an option. But because I think he probably was like, yo, I want an extension. But then they decided, all right, we want to keep him around. So they extended him. You don't draft 2 wide receivers without thinking about the option of maybe somebody's going to walk.
Yeah, you drafted those 2 guys because you knew it was potential that you wasn't going to get a deal done with Robby Anderson. You were CYA during the draft. That's why you got Shy, and that's why you got you got Terrace Marshall because he was BPA. I give him the BPA pick. But Shy Smith, you took him, and he's looking fine. He's looking good out there. Like both of those guys are looking solid. So to do this now only tells me that Robby Anderson put their feet to the fire and they folded because one, that's Matt Rule's dude, so he took care of his guy. But that doesn't make it right. That's all I'm saying.
There's a comment from Marcus. Agreement with the team would probably release him in year 2 if it didn't work out. If it did, they would go back to the negotiating table. Well, that is the case. They went on their word. I'll give them credit for that.
Of course, that's because that's their dude.
That's their guy.
This is his guy, bro.
So let's go back. Let's have the discussion about how this affects DJ, because I think a lot of people some people think it's not going to affect DJ getting this money. Some people think it could. So what are your thoughts on it, man?
How it affects Robby? Excuse me, DJ?
DJ, yeah.
I don't think it affects him at all. I don't think that's not my concern at all. In fact, I think it's a positive. Because you're
gonna at least keep them both. You're gonna at least keep them both for the next 2 years.
Not just both, not just them. You still got Terrace Marshall. You got 4 dudes, and I think that's the positive. Okay, if we're gonna pick both sides to talk about, you gotta talk about the positive too, and that's a positive aspect of this. Okay, that's great. You got 4 dudes that's gonna be together until at least 2023.
Yeah,
at least. So that's a good.
And you could if you got this cap space, you could tag DJ and then have all of them back again potentially if you want.
But there's no need to tag. There's no need to tag DJ. DJ's not. You want to get. You don't want to get to that point. You don't want to pay a franchise tag. Like these wide receivers out here making like almost $20 million a year. You're gonna have to pay the top 5, top 10 on that. So you're not saving money on a franchise tag. That's not the purpose of a franchise tag. The purpose of the franchise tag is just to give you longer to negotiate. You should negotiate that before it gets to that point. So that's where some people are saying that it could affect DJ, because now that we have signed Robby Anderson, it could affect DJ. But I don't see it that way. I think DJ Moore is fine. I think DJ Moore is going to get paid. Some people are saying that DJ Moore, this is insurance in case DJ Moore asks for top 5 money on the open market when he hits free agency or whenever that comes up, when it's time to negotiate. And I'm like, you're hustling backwards at that point, because you should be preparing for that now. You shouldn't go out and sign if that's your concern. You shouldn't be signing insurance. You should be signing your focus should be signing your guy. You shouldn't be worried about insurance, right? That's why same with the way they handled it in the draft. They drafted 2 wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? They went out and got their guys because, hey, we got a CYA. So now you good. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about insurance. If you want DJ Moore to be around and you want to extend him, you get it done. Don't worry about re-signing Robby Anderson. Robby Anderson ain't got nothing to do with DJ Moore. So that's just this is a good point. I think they have a really good relationship. They like little brothers. I saw the little Panthers thing they put out today. They like brothers, like brothers, bro. So like this makes everybody happy, to be honest with you. This makes everybody. My only concern, and I'm gonna show y'all visually in a second because I got it lined up for y'all. So let me go ahead and do that now, so y'all can see. So y'all can see, because some of y'all are visual learners like myself, and I think y'all need to see what I'm. Y'all need to see my concern, because I don't think it's y'all talking to me like I don't know what I'm like. I know what I'm talking about here. Like let's take a look at this. So I know what I'm talking about here. Hold on. Share screen. All right. So here we go. Okay. So this is before the extension. We had 31 million in cap space, 24 million this year. Okay. A lot of and then typically, you're able to roll this over. It's not going to be all 24 million. Some of it's going to get spent because of injuries and whatnot. So my assumption is that we were going to be able to roll 20 million over. So we would have had about 50 million in cap space next year. That's a nice amount to work with. You take 10 million away because of rookies. You got about, you got to sign your rookie class in 2022. So that would have left us with around 40 million in cap space. Cool. No big deal. No big deal. But okay, so let's address this real quick. The salary cap, because a lot of y'all keep saying the salary cap is going to go up next year. It's not going up past this mark right here. You see this mark? It ain't going past this. This is the ceiling. This is the highest the cap can be. This number is factored in. It's $31 million. It's factored in with this. So if this cap number comes in less, then it's going to be less cap space.
Yep.
Y'all see how that works? Okay. So
underrated post right there. Appreciate it, not J Stubbs.
It could be that we don't know that. But I'm telling y'all, when Dante ball out this year, y'all gonna be like, shit, we shouldn't have did that. But just hold that thought. We ain't off of this yet. All right. So take a look at this. All right. So now you come in and I put it together based on the information that I received, well, I saw on Twitter, posted by Josh Klein from the Riot Report. He gave me the deal structure. So I went in and I extended Robby Anderson. This is not it. I extended Robby Anderson, and what I did was I matched his cap numbers based on what I saw. So this year he's going to get paid around 12 million. In 2022, he's going to get paid 13 million. And then in 2023, he's going to get 12 million. So it's 12, 13, and then 12 million. Okay. So that's what it looks like. So that would leave us with this number here, $18 million in cap space. And then let's say you roll over the approximate 20 million in cap space. We're going to roll with 20. So you roll 20 million over. You're close to 40, right? Then you take away that 10 million for the rookies. And now you're sitting at around close to 30 million in cap space. But you got to also extend other guys. There's a bunch of other little contracts that you have to worry about. And I don't think it's over here. But there's some free agents we got to worry about. Dante Jackson, Daquan Jones. It's not over here. It might be at the bottom. Yeah, here we go. So, Robby Anderson wouldn't be here, but Daquan Jones, Dante Jackson, Louvu, you might want to consider. Let's see who else. Marquise Haynes, you might want to consider. Jermaine Carter, you might want to consider. Not huge contracts, but they add up, right?
They could be. If Jermaine Carter balls, it could be. Dude's a captain on the team. He could be.
Yeah.
That could be a big deal.
Yep.
So
yeah, folks, that's what I'm saying. So you just got to take into account. And again, let me repeat this for the 1,000th time. This is not an egregious deal. I'm not saying that it's the end of the world. This is not a terrible deal by any means. In fact, the $13 million on average, I think that makes him like the 18th highest paid wide receiver. It's not bad. But all I'm saying is that I would have found elsewhere to put this money. And think about this too, Dave, considering that you have a ton of young talent on the defensive side of the ball, you ain't got to really worry about paying the defensive guys other than Jermaine Carter, other than maybe Marquise Haynes. And maybe you want to go out and sign a middle linebacker because we probably need one of those. We're probably going to need one of those. Denzel Perryman's still not playing. And
God,
so you don't, that hasn't been addressed yet. So middle linebacker hasn't been addressed. But anyway, the big names, Brian Burns, Jeremy Chin, J.C. Horn, the core of our defense is all on rookie deals. Derek Brown. So you can, that's what gives you the opportunity to spend freely on the offensive side of the ball, like extending a Robby Anderson. So it makes sense, but at the same time, I would just like to see more investment in the offensive line. You ended up signing this dude, Cam Irving. Like, listen, in 2022, Cam Irving is going to be your, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's in the top 10. Highest paid cap hit, Cam Irving is. Pat Eflin right there next to him. So you got these two guys that are potential bums being paid top 10, right? So you got to spend the money right. You got to pay the right people. And I feel like Robby Anderson is one of those guys, but these other guys maybe not so much. You know what I'm saying? So,
and by the way, if Darnold has a great year, they're going to pay him too.
Exactly. If Darnold has a great year, he's got to get extended. And so, and then people keep talking about this new TV deal. Everybody keeps saying the TV deal that kicks in 2023.
There's no CBA.
Dave, real quick, remind me how much cap space we had coming into 2022 before we got cracked on all the signings.
About 31 million.
No, before 50. That. Before free agency started, we had about $100 and some million in cap space. It evaporates quickly. Okay, it goes quick, especially if Sam Darnold balls. That's going to be.
They're paying him.
After that, he's going to get paid.
He's going to get paid in the $25 to $30 million a year range.
Right, and if he doesn't, that actually might work out for us because then you can go out and get a rookie quarterback, and then you could go haywire.
Dude,
but
you're not, dude. If you're paying Darnold 25 to 30, you ain't going after a rookie quarterback. I just want y'all to know that.
Just saying.
If he's playing his fifth year option, you might consider it. But if he gets extended,
if Sam Darnold balls this year, regardless of what we say, because I know a lot of people saying we got to see it 2 years. I get it. I'm with you.
You're not getting it, guys. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Regardless of what we say, if he balls out this year, you best believe the extension talks are going to be
intense,
hot and heavy.
Intense. When he stops showing up to OTAs, then you're gonna know what's up.
He not gonna play on that 50-year option, B.
He's not. He ain't gonna do no Bojangles commercials. He better go get his bag.
It could help us in 2022, right? It could drop that cap number in 2022, but in 2023, when everybody's talking about that, it's gonna be a big hit. Okay, so that's why like people keep talking about 2023, and listen, 2023, guess who else? That's talking about Brian Burns. All these guys is going to be coming up too. So that we got, this is what I'm talking about. We're looking to the future. You got to pay attention to what's going on, bro. You got to pay attention to what's going on. What do I consider balling out for Sam Darnold? That's a good question. I'd like to see 4,000 yards. If he throws 4,000 yards,
he's getting paid.
4,000 yards. I'd like to see.
It's got to be a little over because it's 17 games too.
4,200. I'm gonna stay 4,000. If he hits 4,000 with the 17th game, that counts for Sam Darnold. We're talking about Sam Darnold here, so that counts.
Yeah, but that
4,000 for Sam.
No,
Dave, it counts. We're talking about Sam Darnold here, bro. It's gonna count. It counts. Dude.
Nah. I'm not doing that.
It counts.
I'm not doing that. He's got to get at least 4,250.
It counts, B.
Because 4,000-yard season in 16 games is 250 yards a game. So I'm talking 42.
TDs 20-25. I'm rolling.
Nah,
25.
you got to get at least 30. He got to hit 30.
Man,
you got to hit 30, man. You got to hit 30.
If he hits Teddy stats, he got to get paid. Pretty much.
He got to be better than Teddy for what we gave up for him.
Pretty much.
If he doesn't hit Teddy stats, we'll have a different discussion on this channel. We're gonna have a different.
I ain't going there, bro.
We're gonna have different. I know you're not. I'm gonna have a different discussion by myself. Like, yeah, if he's out here trotting out 3,700 yards like Teddy, we're gonna have a different discussion.
3,716 games. 17 games. That's no bueno. He got to get 4,000, bro.
I'm just telling you, man. Yeah, that's true though. Cam only got a third TD passing season one time, and they were paying him $20 million a year. So, because people forget he got paid prior to the MVP year. People forget about that part.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, so that's where we are, Robby, man. Again, like I said, it's not an egregious deal by any means. But let's not sit up here and pretend like everything.
You didn't listen, Cephas. 30 passing touchdowns. He had 35 and 10 running. All right, carry on.
Yep. So again, not an egregious deal, but again, when we hit that cap, like y'all sitting up here acting like we ain't never had cap issues before. Like y'all dudes ain't got PTSD when it comes to the cap, bro. Because I do, I certainly do. Maybe because I pay attention to the cap and y'all don't. But all y'all do is fuss when it we can't go out and sign such and such. Well, you gotta look at what happened before such and such came available. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, Dave. That's all I'm saying, bro. But again, not an egregious deal. I'm cool with it. But I just feel like we should have spent elsewhere. That's all I'm saying. Y'all want to look at who's available next year? They're saying any left tackles available. Left tackles don't become available.
Left tackles don't become free agents typically, bro.
You got to draft one. And we have shown a propensity to not want to draft a left tackle.
Who knows, man? If we go 7 and 10, there might be a pretty good one available at our draft pick.
Maybe.
Got a draft one. And they tried with Greg Little. Left tackles rarely hit the market. And when they do, they make a lot of money.
Yep. Never
forget. Still hate that deal to this day.
No, I ain't balancing nobody's checkbooks, man. I'm just telling y'all, man, like, it's all relative, bro. I run businesses, like it's all relative, B. It's the same. You gotta predict, you gotta project, bro. And I like what Fitterer said. I listened to his press conference. He said we got a 2-3 year plan. So maybe they got a plan. And that's fair. Maybe they got a plan. I'm just reacting to what I'm seeing right now. And I feel like there were other options out there we could have attacked instead of signing Robby Anderson. And I'm telling y'all, I just know that Robby Anderson put their feet to the fire. I don't know for a fact. I am guessing. Let me just be clear on that. I'm assuming that Robby Anderson put their feet to the fire when he wasn't showing up to practices. He was saying, "Yo, I want a new deal. I'm not playing on a contract year. Y'all got to extend me," and they did it. So we'll see. All
right, it'll be interesting.
Yep, this right here should have been in the market for Orlando Brown and Trent Williams. Agreed.
Should have tried to fix the damn problem instead of trying to put a Band-Aid on the damn thing.
So, but yeah, man,
we out here putting a Band-Aid on a problem. We need stitches.
Yep, I agree. All right. We spinning like we in win now mode. Not necessarily. A
room I think is win now.
Yeah, I see where you coming from, but I don't think we all in like that. Because I think if we were all in and win now more, I think you would see more aging guys on the roster. Like you would see older veterans coming in. I don't think we spinning like we in win now mode. I think we just taking care of dudes. You taking care of dudes like Robby Anderson, nepotism, taking care of your guys. So yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know. So
let's see here.
Trent was available before he re-signed with the 49ers. That's what we're saying. Before he re-signed, he was available. And we could have been in the market. We could have made a push to sign him, but we didn't. And that's the point we're making that. We're re-signing guys, we're choosing to spend our money elsewhere. Let me put it that way. And that's my point. That's my point. But all right, Dave, we got to talk about this kicker situation. We got to talk about this kicker situation. We did sign a kicker. His name is Dominic Eberle. There you go. I think he played at Utah State. And I think he's one of the only field goal kickers that has 6 field goals in a game in college.
He had a lot of school records at Utah State. Points scored, points per game, field goals made, points after touchdowns, pat attempts, pat percentage, consecutive pats, 4 field goals for 50+ yards. Those are some of his school records at Utah State.
Yep.
So
do you think he pushes Joey Slye out of the building?
No, I think he pushes Joey Slye to actually be competent. And Marcus said it on Twitter. I think you keep him around, put him on the practice squad just to keep that pressure on Joey, man.
Yeah, I think it's pretty sad when you need pressure put on you like that. But I think that I
don't think they're willing to move on from Joey. That's part of the issue.
Yeah, obviously, Dave, that's apparent because they said it 1,000 times that they confident in him. He's the guy, but at the same time, like I don't see why you would commit to this dude. He's missing field goals every game. Like at least say, yo, we got to bring somebody in. He
didn't really want to commit to that at the time.
They did, exactly. He just said that today. Yesterday it was a completely different energy. Nah, we not looking at nobody. We good today. That's when it comes out. Fitterer says, yo, we looking at a kicker. We looking to bring somebody in, and then it happens. So I mean, I just think it's a little bit too late. And again,
no, it's not too late. I think if Slye comes out there,
too late. It's too late. The reason why I say it's too late is because your energy has been, we're supporting this guy. He's the guy. And now all of a sudden you bring this dude in for the last preseason game, and there's not enough time for this dude to get comfortable to prove he's even valuable to keep because he doesn't have the chemistry with the long.
But bro, it might not be about that. Sometimes you just get rid of the guy if he's trash.
They're not going to do that though.
But dude, you don't see.
They said it.
No, but here's my thing, man. You don't make the decision to bring a kicker in going into the 3rd preseason game. That's because you don't do that shit. You're bringing that guy in to give Slye like, yo, you come out here trotting out missing these field goals in this 3rd preseason game, we're going to send your ass home. And they'll just take those chances on the unknown because obviously your confidence is shot. You out here can't hit extra points. So we'll see what happens on Friday, man. They better not bring him in.
They already committed. So it is too late, bro. They already committed to Slye, bro. He's the guy. They just brought this dude in for put a little bit of pressure on him. Slye's gonna go out there and they'll probably play by half, right? They'll give one kicker one half, the other kicker the other half, and he's gonna come out there and make every single field goal. Other dude gonna be cooked. And then when this dude's back on the practice squad and Joey Slye's kicking week 1, missing field goals, then we right back where we started.
I wonder if they brought this guy in just to kick for the final preseason game. And
no,
you won't see Slye at all.
Maybe, but I doubt it.
If we see that, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to have to start questioning some of these decisions, man.
Because you could have had one you could have had somebody
won the whole preseason. So we'll see.
Yeah. I think they sticking with Slye, bro. They said all the things to keep.
But the thing that annoys me is that I'm looking at the article on the Panthers site. Panthers add a kicker to compete with Joey Slye. Dog, you don't wait till the damn last preseason game to do that.
Yeah, we've seen enough. Like if you was really about that life, you would have. Because we know who Joey Slye is, and that's why I say they're sticking with him because they stuck with him after last year. They stuck with him through preseason. They're not gonna change after 1 preseason game. That doesn't make any sense. They're not gonna change. After 2 preseason games. Excuse me. No, I mean after 1 preseason game, seen from another kicker. They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that. They saw what he did last year. They saw what he did. He missed field goals this freaking preseason. If you wanted to cut him, you had plenty of opportunity to cut him. They're not going to cut him. It don't make sense. How many field goals you need to see this dude miss before you cut him. So I think I'm happy they brought somebody in, but I just think it's too late. And you should have had one the whole time.
We're obviously asking for too much around here.
Yeah,
We're asking
I don't
for too
know.
much.
I don't know, dog.
Man.
Dog, how many?
We could have drafted a kicker. We could have drafted a kicker.
He's had one last chance since last year, bro. He's been cashing in ever since. He's been cashing in on his last chances. I wish I get him as many lives as Joey Sly had, because that dude been cashing in on his last chances, bro. He been on one last chance for a minute. In fact, he's his 30 for 30. His 30 for 30 should be last.
What if I told you I could keep a job?
Yeah. His 30 for 30 should be one last chance. Yeah. Oh man.
What if I told you missing field goals?
One last chance for a minute.
What if I told you missing field goals will still keep I could still keep my job?
Nah, bro.
ESPN presents a 30 for 30. One last field goal.
One last chance.
Presented by Dodge.
That's funny. That is funny. All right, so we just off the kickers. We did cut two more cats, Kendall Donaldson and Karan Reed. And to make room for the kicker, who did we cut to make room for the kicker? It was I don't know. Remind me. Somebody remind me.
I have no idea.
Somebody in chat. Y'all, who do we cut for to make room for?
Let me check. Let me see.
Yeah, Ladarius Wiley. Thank you, guys. Ladarius Wiley. He's the guy we cut to make room.
Ladarius Wiley. That was on your list to cut yesterday.
Yeah, I called that one. I didn't call the other two.
Don't worry, they already know who they want on the team. So the way that they're playing, so they're going to play their starters in the first half. So they know who they want. The cats that are sitting on the third, fourth string, they ain't got a chance, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
They ain't got a chance.
Yep. So real quick.
Well, actually, man, I'm looking at these numbers. Just Sly wasn't statistically, he wasn't bad.
No, yeah, he was bad when it counted. That's the problem. It don't matter. You statistic my ass when it's clutch time.
Sly was 28.
Good. Bring up his clutch kicking stats. They got those there.
Nah, it just says he was 28 for 30. He was 28 for 30 on field goals inside the 50 yards last year, but he was 1 for 6 for 50 and beyond.
He got a strong leg, right? That's what they said, right? He got a strong leg.
No,
that's what they say. Sly got a strong leg.
Oh well, yeah, he does. He does. I mean, he's just not accurate when it's long, over 50 yards. It's 1 for 6. Gano never was that bad. Bunker's not that bad either. So, you know.
Hey, so real quick, we talked about it a little. We talked about this a little bit yesterday. Giovanni Ricci, Dave, changed his number from 87 to 40. And why is he doing that, Dave?
Fullback.
They got this dude playing fullback, Dave. I guess they found the right one.
Think they did?
I'm guessing.
Well, you know he's gonna make the team, right?
I don't know.
What is that gonna do to Colin Thompson?
I don't know. Because for me, Tommy Trumbull should be the fullback. I could care less about Colin Jones and Colin Jones,
Colin
Thompson. Colin Thompson and Giovanni Ricci. I think those guys are on the lower end of the roster. But I feel like Tommy Trumbull should be the fullback. Why is Tommy Trumbull not taking fullback snaps? They still hiding the package, Dave.
They ain't hiding shit. They changed that man number. They ain't hiding a damn thing.
Nah, they hiding the package, dog. That's how you hide the package, by changing the number. So you throwing dudes off by, because you know you're gonna put Tommy Trumbull there.
This kind of proves
they hide the package for the last preseason game by putting a tight end and change his number to 40 so that he looks like a fullback, but he really not.
But it kind of proves my theory that they're gonna keep 4 tight ends though, for sure.
It's looking that way. It's looking that way for sure. You got what? Ian Thomas, Dan Arnold, Tommy Trumbull, Colin Thompson, or Giovanni Ricci. Ricci, however you say his last name.
Giovanni gonna make the team.
Yes, they hide in the package. They can whip the package out against the Jets. When Tommy Tremble is lined up at fullback.
And it still won't work. And we're gonna be out here talking about we still can't get a yard.
Yep. So what else happened today, man?
Looks like Cam might lose his starting job.
Oh wow. Is it like that?
Bill pretty much indirectly said supposedly that inside the organization their fears about what happened with the misunderstanding with Cam. And Bill wouldn't answer the question about the starting status today. He pretty much said that is going to give an opportunity for Mac Jones. So if Mac Jones has a pretty good practice, they might make the decision to try to start him. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. Because Cam can't come back until Thursday. And they got the joint practices with the Giants. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right. So Dave, is that all we got for today, man? We can keep it at this. I think that was all. We want to talk about the Robby contract again. Not egregious. Again, I don't think it was a great deal per se. It's a good deal for both sides. I think it's not over. You didn't overpay. It's not egregious. But at the end of the day, I just feel like
Robby's a top 20 wide receiver in the league, right?
I agree. Yeah, I agree. And I just feel like you could have gotten that money, or you could have used that money elsewhere. That's all I'm saying. I think again, I'm staying with Robby Anderson is a luxury signing. You have guys like DJ Moore, you have Terrace Marshall, you have Shi Smith, and you're still gonna have David Moore around for another year. You've got all these wide receivers, but you've got average quarterbacks and you've got a below average offensive line. So are we hoping that these immaculate weapons, and I feel like you're starting to see shades of LSU a little bit. You're starting to see what they did out there. You see the Jamar Chase. You see the Justin Jefferson. You see the Terrace Marshall as the third guy.
Speaking of Jamar Chase.
Yeah, hold on. I know, hold on. But you see all these, you see that the shades of LSU, maybe they're trying to recreate that. The only difference with LSU is that they had Joe Burrow, and they had a really, really good offensive line.
Yeah.
So, but I agree that, I think we're starting to see they're trying to recreate that. They got good weapons. They got good skill positions. But is that going to be enough to overcome the offensive line? Is it going to be enough to overcome the quarterback play that may be average to below average? I don't know. We'll see.
Panay is playing on the wrong side.
Yeah, they got Panay playing right. He's a left tackle. And the good point, Sasha, Rob. The defense too. We got a good defense. That's gonna be enough to carry us? We'll see. I hope it all works out. That's all I'm saying. That's all. I'm hoping it works out. We will see.
Jamar Chase is out here not looking too hot in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't been paying attention. I heard the news, but I don't really know.
He out here dropping a lot of passes, man. But it's early. And then I guess Travis Etienne might be out for the season. He's definitely out for half a year.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, Liz Frank. That was a wasted pick anyway. They should have never picked that man. I don't know what Jacksonville was thinking with that.
Yep.
But we'll see.
But all right, let's shut this thing down. We hit our time limit. We was gonna shut it down at 8:30, 45 minutes. That being said, man, we out. This was fun. I'm cool with it. It is what it is. Hopefully, I think we gotta trust the process. Is that we rolling with, Dave? Trust the process?
No.
We don't want. What are we doing then? We got to come up with something.
We're gonna wait this out, see what happens.
Okay. All right, let's roll with it. Wait this out and see what happens. That's what we'll do. All right, man. We getting out of here. We'll holler at y'all. We'll see y'all sometime later this week. All right.
All right.
Peace out, folks.